హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. అందరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? సో వెల్కమ్ టు ఓటీ వెబ్ టెక్నాలజీస్. టుడే టుడే my topic is two microservices with Docker with API gateway. See, when you are trying to microservice architecture, must aware of API gateway. That is single entry point, right? So today I am discussing two microservices along with Docker with API gateway. So let start my session. So okay, we are implement three microservices. So one is API gateway. This is also one microservices, but inside library Ocelot is famous library, acting as a API gateway into single entry point. And second one, product services, like that, customer service. So these three microservices are create images, after that create one container that will interact with that file name is called docker compose.yaml extension. So what is yaml extension? I'm already told in console. When I am 2 days back, I'm already releasing console application with the docker. That video already I'm posting in my YouTube channel. So go to check in my playlist. Okay, then enter to our topic, guys. So see, you are creating how many services? Two services, right? One is product services. Product service. Product service port number 7001. 7001. At the same time, at the same time, customer customer 7002, guys. 7002. This is one microservice, and this is another microservice, and this is another microservice. This is another microservice. So these two microservices in one. This is microservice architecture. Microservice under server, under server, where server, server, guys. Okay, now coming to, I'm already implementing one more here, API gateway. One more API gateway. API gateway. Our API gateway entry point. What is entry point, guys? 7000. 7000 is my API gateway. Okay. So now coming to the client. Coming to the client. This is UI, guys. UI. That means user interface. That means user interface. When you are try to user get from to the server, initially request goes to API gateway. Request goes to where? So after that, API gateway, it will capturing that URL, corresponding microservices it will interact. Corresponding microservice it interact. Okay. So now after, suppose request corresponding to customer acting. Request corresponding to product acting. So after that response will send back to the API gateway. send back to the API gateway. This API gateway response message to to this is a response, and this is request, and this is response. Okay, this is a request, and this is response. This is response. Okay, so now coming to that point, initially I am using postman. Initially I am using what, postman tool. We are expecting what, guys? Postman tool. Inside we are expecting what? JSON data. JSON data. JSON data. So what is JSON data? I will explaining. Okay, now coming to the point, we are creating one container, right? We are creating one container, right? We are creating one container. So we are creating one container. We are creating one container. Before that, individual microservices also, individual microservices also create. So we are creating how many images right now? Image number, image number one, image number one is called product. Image number one called product. Image number two is called customer. Customer. And finally, image number three, what, guys? API gateway. API gateway. So see, so when you are when how to create container, how to create image right now? Image create, it will support from, what exactly? .ml file, dot yml file, right? .ml file. So what is .ml file? Exactly this one right now. Okay, this one I will read, then only you can understand. Okay, and see, so how to create images right now? Images created, it will under docker compose.ml file. So this docker dot compose.ml file, how to run? This will run, it will run the application, it will run the application, it will run the application. So how to run it? So how to run it? By, see, build, when you are try to build, build command, build command, build the command, build the command, it will create individual, it will create one container, it will create one container. So it will create one container. This container corresponding three inside in your, three inside in your one container, single container. This is single container, single container, single container. So after that single container, we are creating automatically run the application. automatically run the application. So how to run the application, guys? How to run the application? This is totally your application right now. Okay, so totally it is one application. Totally totally application. So totally it is one application. Totally it application. So how to create a application, guys? When you are try to build that ml file, it will creating three images, automatically creating container. It will run the application and create application, run the application. After that, create that application. Okay, so after that we are application. So application will start, and what is the entry point of our application? 7000. So 7000. So already I am opening Visual Studio 2022 code. So see what is my architecture plan. So go to your uh, text file, and API gateway, product services, customer services, three microservices. So it is empty microservices, and this is ASP.NET Core Web API, and this is ASP.NET Core empty Web API. This is empty Web API, and this is under controller. So see, when you are creating new microservices, by default controller have one controller under default controller, that is called weather forecasting controller. But I'm already deleted my forecasting, so it is creating my custom controller, that is product controller. See, product controller have uh, uh, this project only for static data, this project corresponding to static data. That's why I am creating three two product datas to product datas. So this is product service docker file, product service docker file. Okay, so uh, create uh, don't create docker file. After that creation of individual microservices, it will it will manually we are creating docker file, manually creating docker file, then only a docker file is successfully create. Okay, so stick it is very important point. So by default, after in process of our project, we are creating docker right here. This one, wait for 1 minute. So it would already ASP.NET Core Web API. So after that, next button. So by default, here enable container support, enable container support Linux. This is blender mistake in every developer. Don't click it is that one. Okay, so create successfully after that. Okay, so this is a microservices with include docker. So after that, at the same situation, here also it will create manually. So after that, API gateway, it is the empty ASP.NET Core Web API is the empty core without controller, without controller. After that, Docker file also I am using. Okay, so after that, ML file we are creating manually. After that, we are creating manually. See, product services, customer services, under that different types of URLs, right? This is customer service URL 7002 and products related 7001 right now. Okay, so what is this one? I will telling later point of time, not for here. Just I am working workflow. What is workflow under that API gateway? See, API gateway is must and should one JSON file, that is Ocelot JSON file. This is only responsible for Ocelot corresponding library file. So after that, we are creating what, guys? program.cs file, it register to our JSON file, then only it will capturing and routing it's possible, right? API gateway is one of the route. So individual rest of microservices, it will interacting one single entry point, it will interacting one single entry point, that is API gateway. This is entry point of our application, single entry point, single entry point. So coming to this, so after that we are I'm opening terminal, guys. So before learning without Docker, we are providing API gateway, it will support, and after that run, guys. But running our project running under where, our project running under container. So if you want what is your main aim, you are creating container, container will take the responsibility for running the application by default inside our docker compose.ml file, first of all. Okay, so after that go to your this one, and command prompt, and I am already running. So take uh, wait for second, guys. So before that we are checking uh, is it any images and containers are running present now, no, right? So go to your command prompt. If you are check, either check under docker desktop file or command prompt also. So docker docker ps, no container id is running, right? Next one, is it any running any images, right? So no, repository target and image id is not there, right? So okay, so minimize that situation, and after that reopen into your, see, I am running, build that docker compose up is my command. It will interact inside, it will interact inside this one. Okay, it will inside, first we are targeting under this one, guys. This one, this is responsible, it will build build that situation, it will run and creating three containers under this ml file, it will building, and it will create that automatically. After that run the application, after that run the application, it will fulfill that. Okay, after that this is a response, guys, response corresponding to customer product. Okay, go to your this one, see, uh, API gateway build successfully, customer service build successfully, product service build successfully. That means creating individual images, create, already create. So see, check in your command prompt cmd, see, API gateway corresponding image id is the, is this one, three images are creating, three images are created. See, three images are all successfully created right now, but container, it will create or not, it is responsible for ml file, right? Running for building command, building for building up building command. So go to your command prompt and go to your ps, it will create successfully. Sorry guys, it will creating three containers, don't worry. By default it will creating that individual. Okay, so later point of from I will explaining what going on. Okay, so now go to your this one and see, three images are image icon, image will successfully creating after that single container right now. Okay, see, it will run, but sometime it will stopping the pop icon. See, but it will stop the pop icon, right? And back of our project is running going forward. Okay, so see, whenever try to test that application, whenever try to test the application, what is your url right now? Url corresponding to individual url api slash customer, customer corresponding data is expecting to JSON object, right? So it will coming successfully. So after that customer, after that product, after that product url 7001 is my port number, right? APIs, so expecting or not. Okay, now coming to one entry point, right? This is one entry point, right? What, this is a one entry point. So now go to your response is came with expecting our JSON data. So after that customer is complete, after that product single entry point, it will interacting. So see, it will came. So finally I am telling what guys, response is always JSON data. Response is always JSON data. Okay, JSON data. But request sometime object, it will pass layer by layer, layer by layer. It will interacting another scenario. Okay, every web application must important is data. Data is very important. Without data, we cannot create any application, either services or banking application or any mobile apps and any other gaming application, desktop application, whatever it. You want to create any application, you must want what guys, a data. So if you are try to process the data, and it will creating different types of scenario under that server, what is that gateway, after that processing our application, and finally we are building microservices architecture with include API gateway just for static data. This is just for static data guys, this is just for static data, this is just for static data, right? Okay, just for static data, just for static data, static data. Okay, so okay, thank you for watching guys. If you are not seen my previous videos, please watch on previous videos as well as this also, watch that. So coming to after tomorrow or day after tomorrow, i will i will I will post in my channel the beautiful videos, it corresponding to C sharp. Okay, so we are providing we are providing online classes. This is my WhatsApp number and call me. This is my number guys. Web development programming, full stack development program. Okay, thank you for watching guys. Subscribe my channel. Bye. Thank you.